What is good, everybody, and welcome to a uh, back to a usual, dare I say, Wednesday weekday wager show. It is me, Mark Wallace, sitting here in the host chair. I haven't been in the host chair in quite a long time. I think the last time I didn't have the beard. So I get to sit next to Robbie Hockey, who is his life has been crazy. Can't wait to catch up and find out what he's been up to because other than Fridays, his weeks have been absolutely all over the place. We got a lot to discuss. The Lakers? Are you kidding me? Are the Lakers really worth $12.5 billion? B, making them the third highest valuated team in all of sports history? I can't wait to dive into that a little bit. We got some WNBA. We got some baseball. We got a lot of things. We got a huge announcement for something that's happening on Friday. But you know what? We can't get to any of that until we welcome in Mr. Robbie Hockey. Dude, first of all, what a great Wednesday. Our Wednesdays have been a little out of sync since you've been gone. So I am glad that you're back. How the hell have you been?
Busy, very, very busy, being pulled in all kinds of directions, from family to work to here. It's just busy. That's the best way I can put it.
Yeah. And it's weird, right? It's you would think that in this lull of this time where we really have baseball and WNBA going on and the occasional breaking news, and yes, we have football that's starting up and you have the preseason that's getting started this weekend. With all of that, this is kind of like that really calm before the storm. Yet everything in both yours and my life right now have just kind of gotten absolute crazy. It's
Yeah.
I can't put my finger on it.
Yeah, and I'm glad it is a lull and not during football season. I'm hoping this is just the busy part before football season so I can focus solely on football. But yeah, it's just been crazy banana lands around here. DG already announced on the Daily Dinger, so I'm not giving anything away to say I won't be here Friday, but I know you are in good hands with the guests that we're going to have coming in.
Well, we're going to get to that in just a second because that's part of that big announcement. But before I go any further, you know what? Go ahead. Just hit the like button and then subscribe to the channel because football is right around the corner. And yes, you can be a fan member and you get to jump into the chat. You're going to get the little emojis and, we'll shout out every time you post something worthwhile, funny. Try to be funny. All right. But for the baller status at $5 a month, you're going to get, I am telling you, not just some extra plays. You're getting 10 extra plays a week. You're getting access to Robbie's 5X community parlay. And more importantly, dude, Sunday night football. I don't know that I can do our Sunday night football shows justice on just how damn fun they are.
They are, and we cash a lot of tickets on those shows. And Sunday night is, unless there's like an electric outage somewhere, Sunday nights I should be free from everything, so I shouldn't have to miss those as well.
I look forward to Sunday night football, the shows at halftime because it's a lot of fun. We recap for those of you who are new to the channel. We recap, yes, the day that was in the NFL, but more importantly, as Robbie said, we cashed a lot of tickets. You know why? Because we start live betting in the second or in the halftime for the second half. And the third quarter bets are a lot of fun. We sit there and we just wait them out and hopefully cash them without a lot of sweat. But yeah, it is a lot of fun. Where was I going next? The Lakers. Holy. First of all, do you think the Lakers are really worth $12.5 billion?
Being in LA, being that they don't have LeBron anymore, I think they're probably up there more now without LeBron than they were with him.
Interesting. Why is that? Just because from a fan standpoint or from a more of a business management, team management standpoint?
Business management. The fans I know, true Laker fans, whenever he left, a lot of them came out like they just came out of hiding. It's like I can wear my Lakers gear now and not get, spat on basically because everybody hated LeBron. So I think it's a good thing for him. And it's like I said, it's in LA. When we were going off the other top teams, I said, who was it? The Yankees, the Cowboys, maybe the Dodgers were the others. So considering the Lakers and their lineage, I don't think it's an overpay, especially in this market.
Yeah. For me, it pushes them into the top 3 all-time teams with the highest evaluation or highest valuation, I guess is the word I'm looking for. You've got the Dallas Cowboys, who at 15 and a half, they're valued at $15.5 billion. The Los Angeles Rams are at second with $12.7 billion. Thanks to this sale, the Lakers have now surpassed the New York Giants, which is interesting that it was all 3 football teams that held the top 3 spots. But now it's the Lakers in the 3rd spot at $12.5 billion. First of all, does it surprise you that it was all football teams? And do you think the Lakers deserve to carry that kind of valuation in that list?
No, it doesn't surprise me with football. I think I saw a tweet the other day. It said the preseason game was more watched by people than MLB and hockey combined, like any of those games combined this season. And then you're talking NFL preseason game. And you guys were talking about it the other day on Monday about how, preseason games, people take too much stock into it. But DG nailed it. It's because we don't get enough NFL games. You're not getting 162 NFL games. It's a very limited time. And a lot of people want to watch the NFL games, want to watch the preseason games. Whether you bet or not, it's just good to see football and live football on your screen again.
Right. Joe's telling me that information can't be right. I'm looking right here at the list, Joe. I don't want it to be right either, to be honest with you.
Unless you're saying my information is not right, but I will go dig it up because I'm pretty sure it did. It pissed me off that people would rather watch that over an NHL postseason game. Like that's mind-boggling to me.
Here's the real question, because the NBA was looking at expansion markets in both Seattle and Las Vegas. With this valuation and the sale of the Lakers at $12.5 billion, it now is going to raise the expansion fees for any team to well over $5 billion. At what point do these numbers become just so ludicrous? It's like, what are we even doing?
I don't know, man. I keep thinking the same thing with like college athletics and seeing all this NIL deal. It's like, where's all this money coming from? Especially considering everybody's hurting, but it doesn't seem like the pro sports are hurting one bit.
That's you hear it on the news all the time. It's the economy and people can't afford gasoline, eggs, milk, whatever, groceries, their utility bills, the whole thing. And yet there's plenty of people who apparently can afford the $5 expansion fees or a $12.5 billion price tag to buy the Lakers.
Yeah. And like you were talking about the expansion, I think Kushner was the one involved. I think he was trying to expand into Vegas. And then now I'm guessing that kind of puts a kibosh on that. And then Miss Kim put in the chat, Bob Iger being one of the buyers. We saw how he ran Disney and what happened to Marvel during his reign. So we can only hope it does the same thing to the Lakers.
What do you mean?
I'm not a Lakers fan. I'm honest when I say I think they're worth it, but everything sucked under Bob Iger on Disney.
So you think this is another case of him running an organization into the ground? And it seems like he's spending a hell of a lot of money to tank it.
Agreed. And the fact is, I think he was let go from Disney as well. I don't even know if he walked out. I think he was let go from Disney. That was like his second run at Disney. Right. So now you're giving him the Lakers. But I guess if he can come up with the funds, you can buy whatever you want.
Well, in all fairness, there is a Disneyland in Anaheim, which is right next door. It's a stone's throw away from where the Lakers play. So maybe it's just like, okay, I can't be part of Disneyland, but I'll be close. I don't know.
Maybe. I've been there. One time I went there when I was in LA, but it was at night. I only did the boardwalk because that was the only time I had there that night. But it seemed nice.
Wait a minute, in Anaheim or Orlando?
Anaheim. Yeah, it was in Anaheim.
See, this makes me feel really old because the last time I was at Disneyland, there was no boardwalk. The only boardwalk I've been to, a Disney boardwalk, was down in Orlando. at Disney.
Pretty sure there's a boardwalk. I know it was after a weightlifting thing, but it was at night, and we were walking around. It seemed like a boardwalk. They had all the novelty stuff up and stuff you could eat, but all the rides and everything were already closed.
Gotcha. Because the last, and again, there was no boardwalk, but they had that California. There was a California park as well that was kind of really lame. There was nothing to it. So, Joe, Anaheim is too close to LA.
I was in a competition in LA. I was celebrating that. We were not staying in LA. That's why I was down there, Joe.
Just because with the traffic in Southern California, and this is a Southern California guy. Oh, now I'm all sorts of worked up. Just because the traffic takes you an hour and a half to go 15 miles in a morning commute does not mean it's a far distance. It just takes you a hell of a lot of time to get there. Yeah, I know what I'm talking about, Joe. Stop.
I was in Westlake Village, if that helps. That's where the competition was. And we ended up in Disneyland. That's all I remember. It was a wild night.
Well, I'll tell you what. You brought up before. So, listen, let's put a bow on this Lakers thing because, first of all, I think the impact that we see from a sale like this and what it does to other teams in the league is going to be interesting, the way this plays out on how other teams get evaluated. But you did bring up earlier that you won't be here on Friday.
Yep.
I found out earlier this week that I have a conflict on Friday as well. And so we have been in our group text with DG, both one apologizing profusely. Sorry to leave you hanging, scheduling conflicts, blah, 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 blah. He's like, who else can you get? And we went after some people who have been here before. We tossed around some ideas for people who hadn't been. But then there was a name that came up. And, I think that he hasn't been here in a long, long time. Let me give you a clue.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Seabass, the only 5-star chef in the game. We all know sports betting is full of bad beats and tough calls, but when it comes to flavor, there's no second guessing. Bassett's Blends is the plus EV lock of every meal. We don't need a stinking model. Crafted with winning spices and bold taste, Bassett's Blends comes in 3 flavors, original, hot, and no salt, that's gonna turn chicken, steak, vegetables, any dish into a can't miss cover every night. With Bassett's Blends, there's no bad beats, no flavor fades, just guaranteed greatness. Check out the link right here where you can pick up your Bassett's Blends for a guaranteed lock every single night.
That's right. Mr. Chris Bassett himself will be sitting in a chair next to DG on Friday as they cover. And he's already dressed in his New Orleans Saints uniform. We got to talk to him about that. That's a horrible taste in teams. Speaking of great taste, the Bassett Blends is amazing. His taste in teams, not so much. So you guys can have that conversation on Friday. But yes, Seabass is doing us a huge favor, filling in for both you and I. Those are some pretty big shoes to fill, and he is more than capable of handling that. I'm a little disappointed that we're not going to see him.
I am as well. And honestly, I didn't know you were missing Friday. I thought they were just talking about, because I'd put it on our calendar for a while now that I had to miss this Friday. I didn't know you were going to be gone as well.
Well, look at this. Joe is just giving Robbie the love. Listen, I'm glad that Chicago trip was so good for you and Joe. I really am. I think it's nice to see this friendship blossom, this little bromance, if you will. It says Seabass equals Mark and DG. And wow, I have obviously been knocked down a rung. Not Mark and Robbie. Robbie irreplaceable.
Appreciate you, Joe.
Look at that. Oh, come
on. Had to put it up there twice.
Yeah, get up there. I'll tell you what. While we get to our plays, what do you want tonight?
Yeah. I wanted to do Murakami walk at -125, but DG said in his Daily Dinger video that people are idiots if they play it now and they need to wait. Well, this idiot already played it, so I do like Murakami for a walk at -125 because I've seen the price go up, not down since then. So that's one bonus bet. Since I won't be here Friday, there's your bonus bet for tonight. But you know me, going to my hits, runs, and RBI parlay. It's been doing really well, except for Frederick Freeman last night, who sold yesterday's. We're going to Jackson Churio. He's cleared in 17 of 20 games. He is facing Robbie Ray, who has been solid this season, but he is 1 for 3 against him with 2 hard hits. The Brewers got absolutely embarrassed yesterday, so they need a little bounce back, and I think they're going to have a little bit more fire tonight. Second guy we're going to go to is Gabriel Marino. I love playing this guy. He's been on this list a lot. He's cleared in 18 of 20 games and in 77% of the games this season. He's facing off against Ryan Feltner tonight. Don't have any head-to-head data, but Feltner is allowing a crazy .407 batting average with a 529 WOBA to right-handed batters in his last 5 starts. Absolutely getting crushed. Love Marino tonight. And then, as I mentioned, Murakami. I love everything Murakami tonight. His walk, his home run, hits, runs, and RBIs. But I'm going to play him in this for 1+ hits, runs, and RBI. Cleared in 18 of 20 games. Going to see Rhett Lauder tonight. Lauder's allowing a lot of damage to left-handed batters this season, allowing a 264 and a 358 WOBA. In his last 5 starts, he's allowing a 308 with a 389 WOBA to left-handed batters. Murakami has been crushing this year. He's crushed at least 1+ hits, runs, or RBI in 70% of his games this season, batting 257 versus right-handed pitchers. Put all 3 of these guys together for a +109.
I like it. And that might not be the only Murakami play that you will hear on the Weekday Wages channel. If you remember, I put out a 3K parlay. Go check it out. You don't want to miss it. +134. I'm telling you, it's worth it. Look, I'm going to the WNBA. Why? Because for whatever reason, right now, I have just been on a heater when it comes to the W. And we're going to go with the Minnesota Lynx and Portland Fire to go total. Their total to go over 185.5 at -110. Look, these totals seem like high totals for what we're used to in the WNBA. It's not the WNBA of old. These ladies are going out and they're pushing tempo, pushing the pace, and they're scoring in bunches. And with both of these offenses, they are clicking right now. We've already seen this matchup once, and Minnesota won that matchup 101-93, giving us 194 points, if you want me to do the math for you. That's not an isolated offensive performance either. The Lynx just put up 103 against Dallas. Portland is coming off a 100-point effort against Seattle. And Minnesota has 4 players averaging at least 15 points a game. So this isn't another one of those offenses that is so centrally focused on just one player. They can hit you multiple ways. They've got Kayla McBride, Courtney Williams, Natasha Howard. Portland, they may not have the same overall talent. They're an expansion team, remember? However, they have scored well enough recently to contribute to the total here. I think that what we're seeing with this team is they got a lot of fight, and they are not slowing things down, trying to grind games out. They are trying to run with the big dogs. And you know what? They've been competitive enough to keep games close and really push these totals up and over. I see this one clearing well. I think we see what we saw last time, a total that cleared its line with about 4 minutes left to go in the 4th quarter. I think we see that again tonight, especially at the 185. I love this spot. Robbie. There's a lot. It does feel a little rusty. I got to be honest. It feels like a fighter pilot back here with all the controls and the joystick and the zoom in, zoom out, the different graphics.
Yeah, and I'm so used to only being on Fridays, I'm going to think that it's the weekend tomorrow, so it's just already messing my week up as well.
Well, I'll tell you what. This is going to get us back in sync because it's been a while since you and I have done the Daily Dinger. And there is a little drama associated with the Daily Dinger, the videos that DG puts out that you and him work on. Break that down. Fill me in. What's the issue going on with the Daily Dinger video today?
Well, yesterday was a weird slate in general. So we were texting back and forth that morning. DG said he was going to let Predicto make the choices. And I said, okay, fine. So we gave him 4 names that he did not like, I don't believe. I can't remember exactly which ones he liked. He said no to a lot of them. But PCA went yard. Pete Alonso went yard. Caminero went yard. Marte went yard. If you looked at JTS, Corbin Carroll went yard. Victor Mesa went yard. All of these guys going yard, and the ones Predicto's likes were the ones that did not really go yard. So we saw the YouTube comments, and we've made an executive decision that Predicto is now suspended. He may or may not be back on this show after yesterday's train wreck.
So you're right, which is why usually we have the player that I like for the Daily Dinger. But this is the formal announcement to Mr. Predicto and his management team. I believe, what was the pickle?
Oh, Pickle Pete. Because
Pete.
He would have picked both Pete's to hit a home run last night if we'd asked the Pickle. And he would have done it flamboyant.
Right. Yes, Queen. So, yes, this is the official announcement. Mr. Predicto has been suspended until further notice. We'd like to apologize to the Weekday Wager community. His behavior, his actions don't represent what we do here daily. And yes, it is daily, even though we have 3 live shows a week. We still do this daily. So don't drop those comments. All right. And well, let's get to the dingers for today. We got you mentioned him, Munetaka Murakami at plus 210, Ben Rice plus 250, Brendan Lau at plus 300, Matt Olson at plus 335, and Yordan Alvarez at plus 340. Are you sticking on this list? Are you going off this list? What the hell are you doing, Rob?
I'm going to go with Murakami. I've put my eggs in his basket today. So, like I said, even if he doesn't go yard for me, he will get walked if he doesn't go yard. My hope is first at bat, he knocks one out of the park. Second at bat, they don't want to pitch to him, so they pitch around him. And we cash all these tickets. But I like Murakami going up against Rhett Lauder tonight. He's been absolutely abysmal to left-handed batters. When you compare the righties to lefties against him, lefties just been lighting him up like crazy. So I think 10 of his 11 home runs have been to left-handed batters, and not many batters better than Murakami right now batting left-handed, except for a guy named maybe Matt Olson.
Well, I'm gonna tell you what. I just had to check real quick to see which NRFI team. I was reminding myself which NRFI teams I had played, because last night, dude, both full inning NRFI plays hit. I'm getting down to my 3-teamer, and all of a sudden my phone explodes because why? Stupid Chuck Peterson hits a home run.
Another name we didn't even mention. Thanks, Predicto.
Right. And DG had him though, right?
Now, Jock was one of my early ones that I'd sent over. That I'm claiming Jock on that one.
Okay. All I know is he was in the Daily Dinger reality of realm of options. And once you know it, his 7th lead-off home run to kill my NRFI parlay. Like I said, we catch the other 2. So DG did get, I forgot his name, Mr. Sims. Roderick Sims is the beneficiary of a month at juststatsports.com. Thank you, DG, for that. But yeah, Peterson hitting a home run. We could have swept. It pissed me off. So whenever you say, I'd like to see him hit in the first inning, I'm just asking, be a little respectful for a guy who focuses on first inning. Maybe it's his second at bat. It doesn't have to be the first.
Hey, as long as they hit one before the night's over with, I don't care when they hit it, as long as they hit it.
All right, fair enough. I'll tell you what. Talk about who hits it. Who's hitting it is Matt Olson. Dude has been on a tear with his home runs. Pulling up his stuff right now. There we go. Matt. He's facing Zach Thornton tonight, but Zach Thornton. I don't know why this happens to me every dude. It's so bad now. I become that old man who just jumbles his words. Now my thoughts are all jumbled too. I start getting all flustered. Zach Thornton lives off of fastballs. Guess what, Matt Olson loves to crush is the fastball. He has got an 18.5% barrel rate against fastballs. How many times? Let's do this, Robbie. How many times do you think Zach Thornton throws a fastball? What percentage? No. Don't look it up. What percentage of his pitch mix is a fastball. Is it over or under 65%?
I'm going to guess he throws a fastball around 60%.
60?
Yeah. And I didn't look it up. I'm guessing. I did not look it up.
73.4% of the time, dude just throws a heater.
Problem is he doesn't throw it much against lefties. That's why I didn't take Olsen today. I knew there was a reason, because when you look at against righties, he throws it a lot more. But against lefties, especially in his last three, it's been cutter, sweeper, then fastball. That's the only reason why I didn't take Olsen today, which he'll probably go yard again, because I didn't take him yesterday because he was 0 for 8 against the dude he was going up against, and it didn't even matter. He was like 0 for 21 over the weekend. I think that was the other time I didn't take him. But it doesn't matter for Matty right now.
So for those of you who want the behind-the-scenes look at this, whenever Robbie says, I probably should have played, he's probably going to hit today. Dude is crushing a home run, probably 2. I'm just
6
saying.
in his last 10. I mean, it's pretty damn amazing. And yeah, DG, I mean, I don't hate it, especially with how the NL is right now. Matt Olson for MVP. I mean, PCA and Ohtani are the top 2, but I mean, he has to be creeping up, especially if he keeps this up and the Braves keep winning, right?
Oh, you would have to think so.
Yeah.
You would have to. I mean, he's done. Well, that's a good question. Who's done more, him or Ohtani?
I will say, though, and I think Sniper said it on Early Edge the other day, if Ohtani comes back to pitching and he hits over 200 pitches and his ERA is like under 2, which is projected to be, it'll be Ohtani's to win because he's pitching and hitting. So if Ohtani comes back and he starts pitching like he has been, it's going to be Ohtani 100%. But I do like the case for Matt Olson right now, especially with how he's playing.
So DG brings up a good point. Thornton throws a fastball to left-handed hitters 16.5% of the time. But guess what? Matt Olson has a strikeout rate that is absolutely he's what I like about him is he's one of those sluggers. He's got a 32% K rate, but he doesn't chase a lot of pitches. And that's what I like about this profile for him. Because yes, he may not see the fastball. However, if Thornton gets behind in the count and needs a go-to pitch, you're going to that pitch that you throw 73% of the time. That's your confident pitch.
He still hits the cutter and the sweeper really well, though. Like, he has a good batting average and wOBA and slug and ISO, all that. He has great numbers. He got 2 home runs off the cutter and 1 off the sweeper. So he's not immune to those pitches. He's still hitting whatever they're throwing at him right now. And like you said, Zorton is just going to throw him a meatball, and it's probably going to be gone.
I'll tell you what. I'm so confident in Matty Olson hitting a home run today that if he doesn't hit the home run, then I will buy, we could do it through YouTube, I will buy somebody a baller membership for a month. I'll donate 1 baller membership for the month. And we don't select it. So if you're not a member, you're going to get randomly selected by YouTube. We have 0 control over it. So it just goes to whoever. Which means that you and I should probably join the baller status, right?
If I get it, I will gift it to somebody else. I definitely won't keep it.
Because, I mean, he's not here today, but we all know that guy, right?
He's the one who has $100 bills laying around on his desk randomly. Right. Way more than I have.
Pulling out Benjamin's like, wait a minute, huh? Oh, yeah, I lost that the other day. It's good to be kidding.
DG does say plus 156 for a walk. Don't hate that. Zorton against left-handed batters, 13% compared to 7% to right-handed batters. And if there's, Matt Olson right now, one of the hottest left-handed batters. I just said that about Murakami. I did say other than Matt Olson. So a lot of lefty love tonight on the show.
And listen, we have on a day full of announcements. I just want to say, Boogie, I had no idea. He wants one of these Weekday Wager dad hats to go with his first name and incoming baby in September.
Congrats, first off. That's awesome.
Wow. You are going to be a busy, busy man this football season. I'm just telling you. Get lots of naps.
You're probably going to be doing really well at football, because I can remember when I had newborns, I was up all hours of the night, and the only thing I could do was research while I'm sitting there holding the baby. So you're probably going to have a hell of an NFL season. That doesn't always correlate. Like when they say, oh, you got a kid, you won't be able to do as well. No, trust me, you're not going to be able to sleep. You might as well look at something that you're into. Fantasy football, betting, you're going to kill it. I promise.
All right. Speaking of which, as my dog starts barking in the background, we have to figure out what we're going to do with this fantasy football league, right?
Yeah, it's getting crunch time at this point. All
right. So I'm going to let you put that together. That's great. Thank you for that, by the way. You are absolutely great job. You are the man. You are so generous. That is amazing. Just do me a favor and don't wait the kicker scoring as much as I did. I learned from my mistakes.
Yeah. I've ran my home league for like 15 years now, so I know a little bit about running a league.
So listen, the community here at Weekday Wages, as I pass the torch, you know that you are getting a man full of experience, a commissioner who knows the nuances of the game. We couldn't ask for better hands for the tournament to be in.
Or the defense scoring. Yeah, that will be down as well. You won't have to put as much emphasis on selecting defenses each week, I promise.
It's funny because we're getting ready for our NFL segments that we're doing, what we're specializing in, and it's kind of fun. We can talk about this, right?
I think so.
Yeah. All right. Commissioner Denson. It's the commish. We get to sit down and talk with the commish.
I like being the guy in the corner just drinking and listening to everybody make those decisions.
That's all right. You can still have a board of directors. That's fine. You just handle the oversight of the entire league, but we'll get to the finish line there.
Pickle Pete's going to be head of my board.
That's the real question. Will you or will you not let Mr. Predicto hold a position on the board? That's the real question. I won't put you to the spot.
Absolutely not. No. I mean, you couldn't have had a worse day of guys handed to you on a platter. I mean, you literally you missed like 3 out of 10, and those were the 3 that didn't hit. I mean, it's terrible.
That's so funny. I love it. So Mr. Predicto's gone, I guess. All right. So it is. Do we see King 8-Ball make a resurgence?
Yeah, you got to get in that bullpen. It's either the 8-Ball or the pickle. That's all we got left at this point.
That's so stupid.
I know.
It's so stupid.
For all the new people, I'm sorry.
Right. Hey, welcome to the family.
Yeah.
We are who we are, and we have a hell of a lot of fun doing it. So,
yep.
You and I haven't even had a chance to talk about Dragons, House of Dragons.
Oh my God! Something that hasn't sucked was that.
Right?
Did you finish it? Did you get to finish it?
We did,
Nice.
And just kind of interested to hear. First of all, what did you think of it in its entirety? I'm going to learn how to speak here shortly. I don't know what the hell's going on. Just keep an eye on my face. If I start to stroke out, man, call 911 for me.
Too soon for that. I think it's too soon for those jokes.
What did you think? Too soon. Yeah, or too close at my age.
Yeah.
What did you think of this season in its entirety?
I thought it was awesome. Thought it was way better than season 2. From start to finish, you had action. You had a great storytelling. And they are smart. They got it done right before Sunday night football started kicking off because they know that their audience is going to go away once Sunday night football starts. So I thank them for giving me a Sunday night to look forward to between football season. Aegon, when he looked down and he goes, "I'm alive," that meme I will probably have to use a lot, whether it's with betting or fantasy football. You're going to see that meme a ton this football season. I can promise you that.
Which meme is going to carry more weight for you? The Sophie Point or the Aegon, "I'm alive"?
I think both are going to be really well mixed together because I think it's going to be a lot of those days where somebody's talking mad crap because they think they have it in the bag, and then come back and win. I think not just me. I just think in general, those two memes alone are going to be dominating even throughout the football season.
Got it. Yeah, for those of you who haven't seen it, those of you who think that you might not be into like that kind of fantasy sci-fi, dragons, this whole thing, I am telling you, give it 2 episodes. Give it 2 episodes. And I promise that you'll be so intrigued that you're going to want to go and then watch Game of Thrones, because you'll understand the prehistory to understand where Game of Thrones kind of took place and the backstories and all of that. Is that fair?
It is, because I'm not a big. This isn't my realm of things I'm interested. Like I said, I hated Lord of the Rings. So you're talking to a guy who is not in his wheelhouse. But I did like Game of Thrones, except for the final season. I hated it. I do need to watch A Night of the Seven Kingdoms. I didn't realize that was a thing until one of my buddies at work was like, "Have you watched it?" And somewhere it must have came out during football or hockey season, because somehow it got swept under the rug and I knew nothing about it. So I do have that to probably try to do before football season starts if I can find any time.
So I will tell you this: The Night in the Seven Kingdoms almost has a comedy value to it. That's what I heard. It's very different than what we saw in House of Dragons and Game of Thrones, in the sense that it's actually kind of funny. I mean, the way that they set this up and the whole storyline, there's a lot of great jokes, a lot of disturbing things in it as well. You know what I mean? So it's a roller coaster of a ride, but it was an interesting twist that they inserted comedy and jokes and showed a kind of fun side.
Yeah. And Tony makes a good point. I did not think I'd be cheering for Aegon in this series at all after the way he started. But when you look at the people around him, there's not any good people to cheer for. I think that was the only thing I can say is most nights I'm like, I don't even know who to root for in this, because they're all pretty terrible. But his redemption arc has been actually pretty good. And you talk about comedy. He's nailing it as far as the comedic and everything else. He's been killing it in that season.
Yeah. And no, Joe, I hated the Game of Thrones finale. The final episode of Game of Thrones, it was such a letdown for me. They could have done.
You were on this show defending it at one point.
It wasn't as bad as what people. It wasn't like the worst finale of all times, but I didn't enjoy it. I think they could have done so much better with it.
I hated it. It damn near ruined my whole experience with that show. And it was during a time when it was like the most hyped thing out there. The last thing I can remember was Breaking Bad and The Sopranos being that hyped. And it was just, it was terrible. So bad.
Listen, DG makes a great point.
That too.
We cannot wait to cross our 2,000th subscriber. We are on a steady, consistent march. And if you could be so kind, if you are watching this, whether you're joining us live, just subscribe. I'm not even saying, you know what? If you're catching us new for the first time, you're like, who are these two clowns? I get it. We get that a lot. I'm not saying pay these two clowns with a membership. Not yet. That's not what I'm saying. Just hit the like button and subscribe. We're trying to get past that 2,000 subscriber mark. Because in reality, I mean, we're coming up on a year.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy because we were hyping up 1,000 because it just felt like a huge milestone. And it seems like 2,000 has crept up so much quicker since the 1,000. So, I mean, yeah, continue to like and subscribe. It's growing. We're growing. Football season is going to be a lot of fun, too. We have a lot of stuff in store for football season. You know, you'll get to talk a lot of mad-ish about us because I know we're going to be right and we're going to be wrong quite a bit. And I'm sure we're going to have egg on our face, and put it in the comments because we will see it.
So there's these points coming up about me and flip-flopping and blah, 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 blah. Was that Game of Thrones things? Remind me, because as Joe points out, I probably have dementia. Was that Game of Thrones? That wasn't a split decision, was it?
I don't remember. I feel like no, because you and I battled with Sopranos and Breaking Bad for the greatest show of all time.
I thought, right. No, but that's what I thought that was. It was a split decision over which which finale or which was the better series is what
I feel like we taught Sopranos and we taught Breaking Bad, and somehow that weaseled its way in there. And I feel like I'm with Joe. I remember you saying that you liked it, and I was like, and nobody else agreed with that take at all.
That's why I think it was that's why I think it was a split decision.
But you defended Sopranos. You weren't even defending Game of Thrones, but somehow Game of Thrones got in there. I don't know.
I do remember that split decision.
Oh,
because that's the best damn fast food ever made.
I wasn't on that show. Was not on that show.
That was Joe. That was Joe.
Oh, that's right.
Joe got taught a lesson in split decision that day. He got beat by a Crunchwrap Supreme.
Yep, and now he has diarrhea. And you have diarrhea because you enjoy it.
No. Not as much as I used to, man. I can't.
Yeah, not since college have I touched Taco Bell, and I refuse.
It's safer than Chipotle right now, so
I'll just stick to my steak and rice every night.
That's one way to attack a menu.
Yeah.
No pizza?
On the weekends. Depending on what I got going on the next day. I eat so strict anymore throughout the week. It's almost like anytime I introduce something new, it just jacks my whole system up for like a day. So anymore, I'm just like, I'll just keep being a robot and eating the same things every day.
I'm gonna have to try that excuse on my wife.
Makes going and grocery shopping a hell of a lot easier because it's just me going and getting the same things every week.
Be like, Robbie told me the only things I can eat are burgers, ribs, and pasta. And the occasional sushi, but that was it.
That's some rice and fruit in there. Yeah, some oats.
I love it. Well, look, what are you watching tonight?
Oh, coaching soccer first off, and then wrestling and baseball because that's really the only two things on. Today marks a year since John's accident, so it's a weird day for me. But he's handled it like a champ. He's got one more tough surgery coming up that should get rid of like all of the everything. He's going to have a few minor things that they'll have to do, but he's handled it well. Some jerk at school yesterday, I guess, was saying something. I said, well, John, just tell him your scars are going to heal and you're going to be beautiful again. He's always going to be ugly. I said, and then just go on from there. So I'm probably not the best example, but when it comes to ish talking, I've got my boys back on that.
Absolutely, 100%. And for those of you who don't know, Rob's son, John, was involved in a horrible dog biting accident. Where a dog had latched onto his jaw. And thankfully, because it was, I remember when it happened, it was yesterday. See, no dementia. And it was one of those crazy things where it's just like, it happens like that. And it kind of reminds you of really how vulnerable, not just our kids are, but humanity is overall. And I'm so glad and so happy that he has not only made a relatively speedy recovery, but he's bouncing back. So resilient. I mean, that's the key thing.
Yeah. It's one of those deals too. I still at night, I got no lies to tell. I've lost a lot of sleep, still lose a lot of sleep. But you see other kids who they can't walk or they're terminally ill, or you got parents that are in there and they got kids with cancer. So it's always, I do feel selfish some nights because John he's fine. He's got to have a few more surgeries, but he's going to be fine and he is fine. But yeah, during that whole year though, I will say, and without bringing it down around, let me lift it up a little bit. This show kept my mind. It gave me a reason to focus on something and to keep focused on something because of what we were building. So sincerely to you and DG and everybody in the chat and everybody else, I appreciate it because it made probably the worst year of my life at least a little bit better because I had something else to focus on for a year.
Yeah, and when he says, listen, completely unsolicited, I had no idea we were even going to go down this road. I can tell you unequivocally, DG and I were like, listen, hey, but take some time. Do what you got to do. You don't even give this a thought. We got it. We'll cover it. And Rob was like, no, this show's going to save me right now because I'll lose my mind if I don't do it. There's just so much going on. And so, yeah, it has been a safe haven for all three of us at one point or another. It's been a good crutch to have.
We love what we do. Let's put it like that. We truly love what we do, and we love everybody, even the banter, good or bad. We love it. We embrace it. So yeah, and I appreciate. I saw Wenzel's comment. Yeah, Joe, it wasn't anything bad, but yeah, having kids, that's the bad part, right? But you just gotta teach them how to defend themselves and teach them good smack talk. So I got them covered on both of those ends.
And you bring up the abuse that we take, and there's been a lot of elder abuse being thrown around, especially in the chat. Yeah, Joe, I'm talking to you. With that, all right. I was going to ask you, what do you watch it? So after soccer, what are you watching tonight?
Wrestling and baseball. I need to see my Red Sox kind of get out of the funk there, and they're in a little bit of a funk. But it seems like Toronto always gives us fits. They have this year. I feel like they have this year. So I'm going to try to watch that and see what my Sox can do tonight, and hopefully cash some more daily dingers for sure.
Listen, I am going to be glued watching this NRFI, and okay, I got to be completely honest. So my wife and son were down in North Carolina. They're driving back, and I don't know about you, but I haven't done anything since they've been gone. So they're not going to get here till about 8:30, 9 o'clock. I'm going to order pizza. I'll have pizza here for when they get home because they're going to be tired, drive, not going to want to make anything, just quick eat, boom. I've got dishes to do. I got laundry to do. I've got some vacuum. I got some overall house cleaning that has to be done in a blitz. And as
can I give you some quick advice, because I know we're up against it?
Yeah, don't ever do that.
Do all that when they're getting ready to leave. That way, when it's done, you don't have to do nothing the whole time. Then all you got to do is hit the button to order some pizza, and then you're done. So I just went through it. Sarah and all them left. The kids left. All that crap was done the day they left, and I didn't. And look, I am very simple. I went probably to the living room, the bedroom, and the bathroom, and the gym at my house, and that was it. I didn't do anything else. No dish was messed up. I could live off 3 things of silverware, paper plates, and be fine the rest of my life.
Well, I got dogs that shed a lot of hair.
Don't have that. Just a fat cat. That's all we have.
So the minute you skip it, it's over. It's basically carpet all over the tile. So that's what I'm doing in between watching the games. Get a Roomba?
Yeah.
Yeah. I know. All the things I should have gotten. Now I just got to get busy. So with that, listen, make sure you tune in Friday, where you're going to see DG and our very special and dear friend, Seabass, Mr. Chris Bassett himself. And as Joe points out, Mark needed that advice a week ago.
Yeah, true that.
Yeah. Listen, Robbie wasn't here last Wednesday. Robbie wasn't here last Wednesday. I would have had this conversation with him, but he wasn't here.
That's
so
true.
It is what it is. Tune in Friday. Please hit that like button. Subscribe. You don't want to miss out on all the other content. I am telling you, you get notified, especially today, because I just gave out a member play with some early baseball. So you're going to want to see that. One of them is the A's. So I think that game starts here in about 10 minutes. If you haven't seen the video, you got 2 things to do real quick. Become a member. Then go watch the video. The video's not that long. It's literally a minute long. Go over why I'm on it. Plus 134 play. Plus you're getting 10 more plays. Plus you get everything. For just $5 a month. Go do it. What are you waiting for? Enough already. DG will be here Friday. Robbie and I will see you next week. Take care.